Hello everyone, this is the Unprofessional Toy Reviewer, Ray's Power back at the spotlight of reviewing station with, let's just get to it. Here's the packaging of the Origami Ninja from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As you can see, we got the 4 turtles on the top right corner. We got the promotion for the pizza points. You got the name of the figure, the Origami Ninja, known as the Confetti Commandos, your foot soldiers for this line. Rise of the TMNT logo, Playmates Toys, choking hazard, ages 4 and plus onto the back. And we don't have to go through this, do we? I've done this plenty of times. Let's just take a look at the bio for the Origami Ninja. Pause the view and read it if you want. Species unknown. More detail on that in just a bit. Mystic power, teleportation. Here's a nice look at the animation style of the character himself. Pretty cool. Here are the other figures available in this line, and that is your packaging. Now, the whole reason why I didn't start off with the figure in the packaging was because I had to know how atrocious this figure truly is. And I gotta say, this is a real bummer coming from a very, very cool line of figures so far, minus Master Splinter. I've got my problems with him, but it's not the figure itself. Again, it's just the way the character is portrayed in the series. This, on the other hand, what should have a good amount of things for it in the standards of being positive is unfortunately a negative. This is the wall that we are crashing into with this line, unfortunately. And it's because it's your common problem when it comes to Playmates toys and their Ninja Turtle products. They give all the attention and love to the heroes in the half shell themselves, with maybe a few allies and the main villains getting a little bit of some passion here and there. But when it comes to the foot soldiers, your army building here, you don't want this. You do not want this. I don't see how this line, targeted to a much younger audience, could even accept this figure. I've seen reviews from kids out there, kids who would say that this is crap. And you know what? I would totally agree. While I do like the sculpting of the figure, unfortunately, that is the end of the story there. For a character that has a new style for itself, it's not a human, it's not a machine this time around, it's actually a crafted character made out of paper, and even salami, yeah. It's a really nice, intriguing new story for this character, but unfortunately, the figure doesn't follow suit. The figure, again, looks good, but when it comes to everything else, it's unfortunately your common problem from Playmates Toys. There's just a lackluster of everything involved. I mean, you do get a little bit of some paint for the face, so yeah, nicely painted eyes with the back of the face being done in black. That definitely highlights the eyes. It's a nice touch. You got the iconic foot symbol there to make up the front of the mask, which is awesome. You may have a little bit of some extra paint down here and there, and that is it. There's really no paint on the guy. Beyond that, let's talk about the articulation. He does have a ball-jointed head. It's very limited because of the sculpting of the face, but, I mean, you do get a very nice inquisitive pose, so that's good. You do have ball-jointed shoulders, so there's a hinge to allow inward and outward movement. You got your full rotation. You have an upper swivel cut above the elbow that does allow this. You do have single-jointed elbows that does get 9 degrees of bend, even though originally in the package, the arm was positioned this way, so I couldn't understand why it couldn't get 90 degrees of bend, and then I realized, looking at the right arm, it's rotated the wrong way. So yeah, there you go. You have a swivel cut at the wrist section, or a little bit there. Not really at the wrist, but you get it. And then you got a swivel cut here. Would have preferred this be a ball joint, but it's at the upper torso. It's still got that hunchback look, but whatever. It's part of the design of the character himself. And then you got articulation, you know, those awkward hip joints that does allow this much kicking forward. And this much going back. You do get your JCVD split, so that's a nice touch. Unfortunately, though, because there's no articulation here or down here, it's awkward looking, and it just doesn't work. Regardless, though, it's still a full split, so I gotta let you know, it's the truth. So, anyway, that's your articulation on the figure. Again, it's really, It's not really that good. Another problem with Playmates Toys Ninja Turtle figures, the villains have pre-posed feet. Or at least at the moment, this is the only figure that has pre-posed feet. Why is it that one's got to be up in this awkward position where the toe looks like it's broken, and the other one is just in a natural position? Why is that? Why they gotta do that? I mean, you can still get the figure to stand up, even with his foot flat on the ground, like so. But again, you're dealing with that awkward look, and then of course the figure is really leaning forward here, like he hurt his back or something. It's just really not working out. So, anyway, let's talk about his accessories real quickly, because he does have a few to make up to the fact that this figure is lacking thereof in a lot of other departments. So, here's his throwing ninja stars, I'm assuming. I just dropped one, and I'm sure I'm not going to be able to find it now, but oh well. They look cool. Can't get the figure to hold them, unfortunately, no matter how hard I try, and the fact is, they really like to fly out of my hands a lot, but let's give it one more try. Okay, so this one actually holds pretty good, but they're not all the same standard size. Some of them are smaller than the others, and it makes it really hard to get this figure to hold them just right. Anyway, he does have another accessory. He's got this very nice looking pickaxe, or whatever it is. It's a very cool design. Unfortunately, it's not painted at all. It's just that solid black plastic color. And originally, this bit down here, where my pinky finger is touching, I thought that was just extra flash. I was getting ready to cut that off earlier, and then I realized, up close, it's actually a chain. That would have been nice if it was longer, but oh well. So, let's see if the figure can actually hold this. It is doable, but unfortunately, he's got too much of a loose grip. It likes to slide, or it just falls right out of his hand. So let's try it on his left hand here, see if you can get this to hold it just right. Now this hand has a much tighter grip, so it could benefit, but it could also have another problem. So once again, not really a good grip around it. I mean, it's pretty tight where he can hold it just okay, even though it doesn't look natural the way he's holding it there, but if I try to get him to hold it just right, the way it should be held, it just slides. So, it doesn't really work too well. I'm sure there's a way around it, but as it stands right now, that's the best that I can do. So, with all this out of the way, let's dare to compare if I can get the figure to stand up, which again, is quite a challenge in its own rights. So, there we go. Stay. Alright, so let's bring in the rest of the turtle figures so far out of this line with Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and of course, Master Splinter. And that's your scale. So as you can see, he fits in pretty good in between the range of Leonardo and Raphael. He's a good sized figure. It's too bad that this is one figure that I do not want to army build. Maybe over time, Playmates Toys will realize what they're doing is wrong with this line when it comes to their foot soldiers. Maybe they might show a little more love for them. Maybe we'll get some super articulated because they are ninjas. They deserve to be very flexible, just like the Ninja Turtles themselves action figures. But in the meantime, this is it. This is your army builder here. Enjoy it, guys. My thoughts on it, I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. This is an easy pass, especially for the asking price of $8. It's not enough. It just isn't. There's not enough love going on with this. I love the design, but that's it. I don't love the figure as a whole. So, questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you liked today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. And until then, this is the Unprofessional Toy Reviewer, Res Power, sign off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you whenever you see me.